Hi, it's Angela Brook from Angela Brook Art, and I'm working on a page today. It's been a while since I've done a video, and I test journals out, and this happens to be the Dylusions Journal made by Ranger. It's like the 9.5 by 11. It doesn't take a lot of layers in it, but it does take, I used the Dylusions paint, and I started this video when it cut off, so I have the stamp partially on there, but that's okay. The stamp that I'm using is a peacock on a wooden stamp, StazOn ink, and then I have some washi tape. I just picked some colors out. I may or may not use it, and anytime I use washi tape, I like to use the collage pauge to hold it in place. And then I'm going to fill in the peacock feathers with my Posca Paint markers. I love those paint markers. So since it's already started, and for some reason on this stamp, I tested on the paper and I could tell it didn't work real well right there. So I can keep stamping and fill that in, because even when I put more ink on it did that, and I'm not quite sure why, but that's okay. So when I ink something, I bring the ink to the stamp and go just like that. I just go around and tap it on there. I'm not, slamming it. I'm just tapping it nicely on there. Okay, so I can tell that it's all the way covered because it's shiny, but it seems like that part of the stamp that's not picking up goes down. So that's really not something I can change. I can either keep using the stamp or get rid of it if I want to. I'm going to try to rock it this time. Maybe that'll help pick it up. Now you can tell it just leaves a big mark. So I probably will just get rid of the stamp. So I have peacock feathers, and I like when stuff happens on camera because then I can show you how to fix stuff, because that's real life as an artist, isn't it? So I'm just going to put some more ink on there and see if I can get any of that to come through. Even when I did it straight down on the table, it did not, I'll try rocking it sideways maybe. It did not ink all the way. See, it just stays on there. It does not touch. So I have all these, at least they're consistent. I have all these peacock feathers with partial faces on them. So I have a choice of how I want to manage that. I will definitely not use the stamp again, but we'll make the best of it. So I'm going to just add some more down here. And I'm going to get all the ink off. So now I'm just covering my page. I really don't care if there's a strong pattern. So then I'm going to take my washi tape, and I just pick some colors. I can color first if I want, or I can put the washi tape on. I'll probably color first, so that way, because if it's wet, I just realized that. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. So I have all these marks on here. So I would need to take a black pen and fill it in, which I don't have a black marker here. All right, I have a pastel pen that has oil, impregnated with oil made by Jerry's. So I'll just fill some of that in. It's not going to look the best. It's kind of weird that just that part of the stamp doesn't work. So, but we'll work with it. There we go. And they don't all have to be the same, because in real life we know the feathers would not be the same. So I'm just adding some random just to put. Okay, my granddaughter loves peacock feathers, and she picked that stamp out. Okay. Then I'm going to take this Posca pen, and there's no, peacock feathers have all different colors. I love how these Posca's work. So I'm just going to go around some of the feathers. And I don't have a reference in front of me of what the actual colors look like, what order they go in. I have an idea of what peacock feathers look like. Put some of the color going out, even though in real life I know it's like that lovely, lovely, lovely blue. That dark blue, I'm going to put some of that in there on some of them, maybe in the middle on this one. I can do it on the whole thing on that one. That is a bright blue. And then there would be some purple on there. We can add some purple in this one. Okay. Put some pink in there. I don't like that pink, so I'll just wipe it. So if you make if you have a color that you don't like, you just wipe it out. So I put some, that pink is really, really bright. So you can add it in there some if you want, but it's a very, very bright pink. So I don't have a black marker sitting at my table here, which I normally do. So what I will do is after the washi tape dries, I will go back and fill in some of those lines. And I just don't have the black marker in front of me. So now I'm going to add some of the collage pauge. And I'm just using my Royal Langnickel brush, my 3/4 inch. I use this brush for all of my journaling. So I'm going to put some, I think washi tape down here will look nice. Just putting a thin coat. And I learned to do that from Donna Downey. I watched one of her videos and she recommends doing that. So I trust her that it's kind of helpful to hold the tape in place. Oh, this is like a sticker roll. Okay. This is a interesting washi tape. It actually peels off. It's pretty. It kind of reminded me of peacock feathers. But wow, you cannot cut this very easily. The things that you don't know until you actually try. It looks like just regular. It's very pretty. It looks really nice on that page. I like that. And then the tape that I picked here says, I'm learning to play. So that's why I picked that for my first page here. I think it really matches the journal. And all these are not, they take a minute to get off, but they will work. So it ripped it enough that I got the saying, which I'm glad that I was able to get that saying. I'm going to leave it like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I liked the yellow just to put in there just to add some. I feel like the yellow looks really pretty with this purple. So, or the fuchsia, whatever you want to call it, the pink. So put that there. And then I'm going to take and put on top, and it will dry clear. Don't worry if you see the color, it will dry clear when it dries. Because I really want to get those ends. You see how those ends are sticking up? So I want to just hold the brush there for a minute. Because if you have problems with washi tape, that's usually where it's at, is on the ends. And then once they start coming up, that's what happens. So there we go. So I have that. I'm going to put my brush in the water right away. Don't let your brush sit with that tape with the stuff in there. So I have some blue. Finish these bottom ones. And you can make your peacock feathers whatever color markers you have, whatever you want. This is just, once I put the black on, it will make a difference. That pink is kind of bright, but it kind of adds. The blue is pretty. Blue is very pretty. So there we go. I know you can see the color sometimes through the leaves. I'm not going to sit here on camera and color in every single one, but you get the idea. So some I'll leave black, but they also have a lot of different colors on the actual leaves. I mean on the actual feather leaves, I'm sorry. They actually have, peacocks have those beautiful colors on there. So you can vary it however you want. I feel like there would be purple on there too. I mixed some purple in there. I think just plain black would be boring, but if you want to just do yours in black, that's okay. So you kind of get an idea of how it looks. And then I can add some green in there. I don't know if I like that green color. So, but you kind of experiment and see what you like. I think the green on a peacock is more, it's very, very shimmery. These aren't shimmery, but once I put color next to it, it kind of tones it down. And I want this to be a fun, happy page. There we go. I don't have to get every single one. I'm just giving hints of color, which is really how they are. And once you add some leaves, real loose, it totally perks that up, doesn't it? If you want to define some, and that's some crazy colors, and that's okay. I can cover over some of that. Here we go. Needed to. I love these markers because I've had them for a while, and they just always work when you open them up, and that's a great thing to have a marker. So this is going to be my peacock page, and the further one back I'll do a little bit looser, not as detailed. So this one doesn't look, there we go, we can add some definition to the shape. And there we go, add some definition around there. There we go. So I kind of like the green. It makes it stick out a little bit. I can do that with the turquoise on some of them. Make it different, that it's not all the same. I don't want them all to look the same. Because in real life, peacock feathers definitely, they have similar colors, but you know, they don't all look the same. So that is it. And I'm learning to play. So that's going to be the title of this journal. So I picked sort of a theme without intentionally doing that. So you'll see that come up several times throughout the journal. And then I will take the color that I like the most, which is this color is called, let me see, Posca bullet shaped. It doesn't have I don't see the color on there, but I love this turquoise. I would call it turquoise color. Oh, it's called emerald green. This is my favorite on this pink, how it shows up. So I will go around my page with that. And you can see on this journal that you can see through. You can see the other page, the next page through it. But it really works out. It's okay. This page is smaller for some reason, but it actually looks nice like that. So that is my page. I hope you enjoyed this. And I will start posting some more videos. Keep journaling. Happy creating.